What's going on, YouTube? I'm Anthony Greeno, and I am about to go live in just a moment. I wanted to give some people enough time to get here, so give me just a moment. I am prepping a couple things. It will be about 1 minute, and we will go live. Hopefully you're not buffering. Hopefully this is all working well. Let me know if you are in the chat and can hear me. Can anybody hear me? Okay, you guys can hear me. All right then, good. You guys are not buffering or anything like that, right? Correct? It's not doing a little spin thing? Good deal. Okay, then just give me about 1 minute and I will start the video up, okay? Give me just a minute. All right, just a moment. I'm gonna mute my microphone. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or wherever the hell you are watching from? Welcome to True Crime Investigates on Wkat. Sorry, I always point to that way when I think it's that way because I'm looking at the screen, it's that way. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Now, since I can't go live on my channel, I was talking to Michael and came up with the idea that I'll go live on this channel. We need more subscribers on this channel anyway, so if you see that little thing that's right there, that's actually my subscriber count on my channel. So if you're on Wkat and you don't know about my channel, go over there to my channel, which is True Crime Investigates Anthony Greeno, and subscribe to that. But there we are, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm looking at your chat through the phone and also on, I can't find my phone. Dang, holder. Oh, there it is. Bam, there it is. Okay, so let me set this thing up here. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we can talk. We can talk again. Isn't that awesome? Yes, it's very awesome. I'll go ahead and answer that question for you. So, today, and I'm going to pull up your chat box right over here so I can actually look at it as well. Yep, okay, so what I also need to do, ladies and gentlemen, is grab some people moderating. So Bama Rama. All right. Jess, where are you at in here? Need you to post a comment so I can make a moderator. Where's Philip? Philip, where you at, dude? Well, I hope Philip shows up here. I know he's somewhere, lurking on the internet somewhere. He was just here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wkat Live. And the reason I'm live on this channel, in case you don't know, is I got a copyright strike for playing a song in one of my videos, and I got suspended from going live on my channel until October 16th, which sucks. It really, really sucks. So the purpose of this is Wkat is a channel that Michael and I had created a couple years ago. It had got glitched and deleted. Along with my channel, his channel got deleted as well. A lot of people's channels on YouTube got deleted. All of our subscribers are gone. All of our videos are gone. All the views were gone. everything went gone. And so we had to create everything new again. And we was trying to rebrand ourselves. I changed my channel name to Anthony Greeno. She changed her he changed his channel name to Wkat, and then we created Wkat. And Wkat is a licensed business in Kokomo, Indiana. And so we are a media business. This outlaw media is what we call ourselves. And this is the channel where we create videos together and discuss various topics on here together with each other. So we need more subscribers on this channel. I'm not sure how many we actually got right now. I don't know. Does anybody else know that? How many channels? Stroop's not going to be live today. Stroop is actually going to be making a video. I think he's going to go live tomorrow on his channel. But what we're going to be doing soon is we're going to be able to have me and him on the screen at the same time, and we'll be able to talk to you guys. Okay, so we went up about 20 subscribers, 600 subscribers. There we go. Yeah, so we went up 20 subscribers. Now we really need to get more and more and more subscribers. So anybody that's on my channel, please come over here to this channel and subscribe, okay? And encourage other people to subscribe, because for now I'm going to have to go live on here if I want to go live. I'm still going to make videos on my channel, but if I want to go live and talk about some things, I'm going to have to do it on this channel. So some of these comments I have to like approve and stuff like that. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to talk a little bit about persons of interest. We will go over my person of interest a little bit later on in the segment. But man, it's good. It's good to be live on here. I just can't believe I'm live. Really. I think Kat is out ginseng hunting today. I'm not sure if he's going to be here in the chat. If he is, I'm sure I would have noticed him already. But he is definitely aware that I am live on WKAT right now. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here again. And if you don't know me, my name is Anthony Greeno. So what's been up, people? You tell me what has been going on. What do you have any questions for me? I think we could start off with some questions before we get into some persons of interest. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a couple videos for you about persons of interest that I've made that a lot of people keep asking me about. You know, like Charles Eldridge, Garrett Kurtz. They want to know about Thomas Bruce. They want to know about Paul Eder, you know, Daniel Nations. We want to know about these people. And I think that pretty much we covered everything that we could go through with Daniel Nations back when we did all the Daniel Nations stuff. And if you don't know who Daniel Nations is, there you go, Philip. Philip. There you are, dude. There you are. You, sir, are a moderator. There he is. There he is. Michael J. Cat is in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, say what up to Michael, everybody. And you know what? I need to make him moderator. Michael J. Cat, you, sir, are a moderator. There we go. So I'm going to puff this cigar while we sit here and talk, because it's outstanding to be back on WKAT Media, ladies and gentlemen. And what I was just talking about, Michael, is we was talking about persons of interest. I think I was going to go over my person of interest a little bit. I told him why I can't go live and stuff like that. People are already asking questions. But today what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a couple videos on one on Garrett Kurt. These are just the recaps. It's a black and mild. It's a black and mild sweet, I think it is, or jazz. So we're just going to go over a couple videos that I had made. They're shorter videos. It was Garrett Kurtz, Charles Eldridge, what the hell is that dude's name? Paul Eder. And then you're the one that's got the information on Thomas Bruce. Okay, so I was going to let you do that because I know that you're going to go live tomorrow, and I think you're going to go live on your channel. But I was telling them why I'm on here, because I can't go live. I tried to get everybody over here. I think we went up 20-something subscribers in the last couple minutes here. Greatly appreciated. for all you new subscribers. And we're going to be making content on here more often. We're doing research right now to get us both on the screen. That way we can both sit here and talk to you guys. So, before we get into persons of interest or anything like that and just kind of recap on those, is there anything that anybody wants to ask? I know people was asking, did the lady walking the dog tell you what the guy she spoke to was wearing? Well, yeah, he was wearing the clothes. I mean, the bridge guy. It's the bridge guy. Yeah, I told him that you was out ginseng hunting. So, that if they're asking about the hunting, yeah. Hey, James Heckman, dude, you won the prize for the 2,500 subscribers on my channel. You won, dude. You won. Your name's scrolling across the bottom of the screen right now. So, I need you to email me at gpfilmcrew@gmail.com. Yeah, bridge guy outfit. How awesome. Yeah, or how odd. Yeah. The bridge guy outfit. I mean, you can buy them at Halloween stores, you know. The blue coat, hat, simple. Downhill. And that's all you got to say. You know? Yeah, congratulations, James Heckman. You won the prize from Greeno Productions for the 2,500 subscriber mark. And, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, when I reach 5,000 subscribers on my channel, and you know what? I changed it. When I reach 5,000 subscribers on my channel and we reach 1,000 subscribers on this channel, we only need 400 more to go, I will give away this signed Jackal autographed. This is the stool that Jesse James Dupree cuts up in the song Lumberjack. So if you don't know the song Lumberjack, just type it into Google, Lumberjack, Jackal. Bam, watch it. He cuts up a stool. I got this at Sturgis last year. Signed by Jackal, Jesse James, and the band. I will give this away when I reach 5,000 subscribers on my channel, and this channel reaches 1,000 subscribers. So get over there and hit that subscribe button. Share this to all your social media friends, wherever the hell that may be. And let's get it the fuck on, people. So, is there any questions that anybody has right now before I get into persons of interest and start showing you guys those videos? Anybody? I know that I've covered a lot of stuff. We can go over the Delphi stuff. You know, it's a lot like my channel here. Yeah. This is you know what? And you know what? I really need to organize this yeah, there it is. There's the PayPal link to Michael's. I was just mentioning that in my channel right there. So, yeah, it's the PayPal. It's paypal.me/MichaelStroop777. Post that in there, okay? And what I need to do is I need to reconfigure this OBS system for when I go live on WKAT to more of a WKAT type structure, okay? So, yeah, and like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to make a donation to WKAT Media, don't do it to one or the other channel, okay? And then eventually we'll get something set up to where we link this up with something different for WKAT, okay? So, it doesn't seem like anybody has really any questions at this time. I think that what I want to do is I want to recap on the flow of how we go through this stuff. Yeah, there you go, Philip. Start posting his link in there too, guys, because this is our channel. You know what? I can't afford the good cigars, dude. I'm a broke dude. So, let me pull up Google Earth, and let me drop this chat box down. So, I'm looking at my chat on the phone as well, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm probably going to miss some comments, all right? So, give me just a moment. I'm going to pull up Google Earth, and I want to show you guys this. This is why me and him need to go live together on here, because we can do things like this, you know, and it really, really helps us out because it saves a lot of editing time, because basically we're just editing while we're in here, okay? And so let me go ahead and drop this over to the big screen for you guys so you guys can take a closer look at it. Look at that stinger, dude. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so we're going to drop right on down to Delphi, Indiana. And let me just grab these things and get them off of here real quick so we can see them clearly. Okay, and what I'm going to do is actually make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it better. And I can see it better. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take you guys back to a different time, because this is actually September 2018. So now this is April 2017 is what we're looking at. And if you notice, down here's the Monon High Bridge. And you can actually see the trail much quicker, or much clearer versus versus the the trees are pretty much covered with all the greenery. But yeah, we really need this channel to get more subscribers, people. We need to get this out there as much as possible. So please get people over here to subscribe to Wkat, because for now this is where I'm going to have to go live. I'm still going to post videos on my channel, but also Kat's going to be going on this channel too and making videos, and we're going to be doing videos together on here as well. But let's go ahead and do a recap real quick, ladies and gentlemen. So there's the car of interest. Right there, suspect parks here. He makes his way down here. He goes down through here. He crosses. He never came across the Freedom Bridge, and he walks all the way down here. Okay, and he is seen by the woman walking her dogs. Okay, and he's been down here. He's scouting the area out. He's checking everything out. He's probably been there many times before. He's probably been up through here. He's checking it out. He's seeing who all is going to be there that day. At approximately 1:45 p.m., the girls are dropped off right there. Okay? At 1:45. Now, it is our assumption that they came in contact with the suspect either here at this pivotal point or somewhere along the trail, because in the photograph of Abby, he is not seen in that picture. Okay? So he is back here somewhere, and you can actually, if you stand right here at this bend in the trail, you can see all the way down the bridge. There's no way that anybody could really, I mean, you could hide, but you could see all the way down here to the pivotal point, which is where everybody would be coming from. And you can also see down here to the end of the bridge. And Michael says, yes, they reached me yesterday. They got my request, and it will be sent to me in the order it was received. Yesterday they were sending out August 30th, so it may be a few days, but it's coming. Okay, so he's waiting for that information on his person of interest, initials TB, and we can, he's going to go over that. So he's got something in store for you guys, and like I said, I'm going to let him, because he's pretty much done all the research on Bruce, not me. Okay, I was gone for that whole time. And the only thing I really got was that email that was sent to me. That's it. So, I've got that. So let's go over this. So the girls are dropped off here at 1:45. They make their way down here to the bridge. They get on the bridge, and at 2:07 p.m. there was a photograph taken of Abby right there. And that photograph is the one that you see of her on the bridge. Now, it's approximately a 6 to 8 minute walk for the girls to get down here. They get to close to the end of the bridge. The suspect is seen. Okay? And then you got the hill. And then this is what we've done here. This is the walking path that the suspect would have taken the girls over to the area that we have called and labeled the kill zone, because this is where we believe that he had killed them. Okay? So, this is where he took them and killed them. Now, this is a thing that we've discussed many times. Where did the suspect go? Okay? Where did the suspect go when he left here? Because Cheyenne didn't see him. Okay, so here's the direction that the suspect had walked. All right. This direction right here. Okay. So the suspect went from here and went all the way up here, and approximately right there at 2:47 p.m. is where flannel shirt guy sees him leaving. Now the reason he sees him leaving in this direction and Cheyenne didn't see him is because he went through the woods here and came up. Now I consider myself a very athletic person. I can run really fast. I run this area in approximately 7 minutes. And it's through some rough, steep terrain. So when I come up through here, and I ran through here, this is a great big valley right here. You can see it in the WKAT trip with Tony. We walked through this area. Very rough terrain. Very rough terrain. It's even worse when all the leaves are up, and that's when we did it. But this is very rough, steep terrain. A lot of hills, a lot of stuff going up. But anyway, when you come up here, flannel shirt guy sees him leaving here. Suspect is headed back to his vehicle to head the hell out of there. Derek arrives shortly after that, talks to the flannel shirt guy. They talk about what they had seen. Boom. Okay? Makes perfect sense. And you know what? We got this statement from the flannel shirt guy over 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And his statement was corroborated and proven when law enforcement released the placement of the vehicle. Because for a long time, Michael and I were asking Lesenby, how come no one reported the vehicle? How come you guys haven't said, well, if you see a vehicle right here in this area or somewhere right here, then to report it? Well, the reason is because he parked over here. Cheyenne and the flannel shirt guy parked here. No one would think to look over there and say, oh, yeah, man, you know what? I saw a vehicle over there, because it's not a normal place that people park. Now, I have parked there before and went here, but that's only because we just did. You know what I mean? It wasn't because we was thinking that that was an inconspicuous place to hide. That building's not there anymore, but it was then. So that's the reason that the suspect was seen leaving in this direction. He went to his vehicle and left. For a while, we thought, yeah, the dude walked right into town or cut up through here or walked right into Delphi through here, and he lives somewhere over here. He definitely knows the area. I definitely think that he'd been here many times before. Okay? So, but this is where the vehicle had parked. And we don't know the type of vehicle, but we hope to one day know. Okay? Yeah. So, yeah, they searched. Okay, and what Tara was saying is really also, they did search, okay, some of Logan's property and stuff like that, but there was no reason for them to suspect they would be right there because they were yelling. They weren't looking for 2 dead girls at that time. They were looking for 2 missing girls. They weren't trying to look for 2 girls that were laying in the weeds right there, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? They weren't thinking like, we're going to go find 2 dead girls out here that night. They'd only been missing for a few hours at that time. So what they did was they went this way, or the searchers, and what Tara said was they was really focusing on this side and this side. Over here and over here. They didn't think to look over here, and this is like the most secluded spot that you come to when you're searching. A lot of people talk about this shack over here. It's not possible because he would have had to come through Kay Weber's yard to get through there, and then head over, and then cross the creek again, and then do that, and then drop him over here. That ain't happening. He didn't have enough time. 7 minutes for me to get there. I think I'm probably more athletic than Bridge Guy. Maybe it took him longer, but he was with them from approximately 2:22 to 2:40, and then cut out, and that's where he ended up. Yeah, and they searched the whole of the trails. They did search the whole of the trails. They searched all up and down here, up and down here. They even went down the private drive because people was asking, where does Abby live? Right here. Right there. You see, that's not that far. I think Jules of Thought was asking that question last night. Where does she live? She lives here. And Michael, if I'm right, this is 200, right? County Road 200. That's this road right here. I don't see it on there. But anyway, you go down and then boom, you're there. This road also, people wanted to know, leads to the dump and Indiana Packers. straight down the road. Okay? For anybody, okay, it's 200. All right, so 200. So this will take you like over that way towards Flora, and this will take you right into Delphi to the high school, right there. So County Road 200 and 625 turns into this private drive and goes down there. This is all dead ends. Okay, so this is the area, and now before I get back over there, what I'm going to do is minimize this, and I'm going to take just a second here, and I'm going to show you guys these person of interest videos. Sit back and relax. We're going to go over, now these videos I made on my channel because we didn't have these. Yeah, and Amber Green was lynched on County Road 200. Yeah, and I look very evil there. Yeah, you know what? I do. That's because I did like a fire effect on there. It's all fiery. It's like, wham, burning. Hold on a second. Alright, so what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, these are videos that I had made in recent over the persons of interest. We was going to talk about persons of interest, then we was going to get it into some other things. Now, again, Michael's going to cover Thomas Bruce, okay, in his videos, and he's going to talk a little bit about that tomorrow, so I'm not going to get into that. But what I wanted to do was, people have been asking me questions and stuff about why did they suspend the search? Why'd they do this? Why'd they do that? Well, you know what? In this, we've got an interview with Lesenby where he's talking about that stuff. And, well, but you know what? Hold on a minute. Let me go grab the Amber Green story and show you guys. Give me just a second. You guys want to know who Amber Green is? Abner Ammer is his nickname. Give me just a second. Let me go grab that video, and I'm going to pull it up. So let me put it into the OBS system. I'm going to have to hit the button a couple times, and then I'll go down there. Now, for anybody that doesn't know this interesting story, Amber Green is a dude who committed a crime in Carroll County, in Delphi, way back in the 1800s. 1887, I believe, or 1886. I'm related to the victim in this case, Luella Mabbitt. I'm related to the Mabbitt family, who still exists today. I mean, obviously, they're, yeah, so here, I'm going to find that video real quick. I'm going to put it into my OBS, and I'm going to play it. Okay, so I've got to push it a couple times because I've got to, like, stretch the video out into the OBS system. So let me go grab it and find it. There it is. Amber Green lynched in Delphi. So let me hit this button a couple times. I'm going to have to hit it a couple different times, and then I'm going to have to go. But here, watch this video. I've got to hit it twice, so bear with me. Let me mute my microphone, and I'll be right back.
WKAT Kokomo.
Delphi, Indiana, October 21st, 1887. At about midnight tonight, those of our citizens who happened to be on the streets were startled by the appearance of a large body of men making their way into the city. It needed no second glance to tell that they were bound on a mission of death. Quietly, they made their way to the county jail, and after stationing guards to each avenue approaching, as they proceeded to break into the doors of the sheriff's residence, that official was awakened by the crash of timbers as the doors were crushed in, and came out. When the leader of the mob demanded the keys to the prison, the sheriff refused to deliver them, and he was taken and banned by other members of the organization. A sledgehammer was then brought forward, and after a few hard blows, the locks dropped to the floor. Entering, the mob rushed directly upstairs to the cell rooms and made an attack on the locks there. It required some time to break the combination by which the cells were locked. But once at the levers, the leader reached in and pulled one, which opened the cell containing Amber Green, the abductor and murderer of Luella Mabbitt. The prisoner was gruffly ordered to get up and dress, which he mechanically did, and he was pushed forward at the muzzle of a cocked revolver. When the outside was reached, he was placed in a covered wagon in deadness, and the crowd moved off. The mob consisted of 180 men, all armed. The men made little attempt to disguise themselves. Each wore a handkerchief over the lower part of his face. In addition to the regularly organized mob of a crowd of probably 100 men was near at hand. Before reaching the city, the Avengers had tied their horses on the outskirts and proceeded into the city with nothing but the wagon in which the murderer was placed. Their destination was stated to be Walnut Grove, a locality which is near where the crime with which Greene was charged was committed. Some of the mob remarked that they would torture Greene and make him confess. Greene realized that his time had come and maintained the stolid indifference which has characterized him since he was captured. The mob was composed of Cass and Carroll County men, and their determined manner left no doubt that they intended to forever settle questions as to Amber Greene's fate. They took him to a point about 8 miles south of the city, and soon after the report was received that he had been lynched. Greene was brought to Delphi Tuesday from Michigan City, where he had been for safekeeping. Yesterday, he was arraigned before the court, but a flaw was found in the indictment against him. He was remanded to the jail to await the action of a special grand jury. William Walker, who was confined in another part of the jail, charged with being an accessory of Greene in the murder of Miss Mabbitt, was secreted in the cupola of the jail residence by a deputy sheriff when the mob broke in after Greene. The crime with which Greene was charged was the abduction and murder of Luella Mabbitt, living near Young America, with whom he had been keeping company. They quarreled, and one night in August 1885, Greene went to the house and demanded to see her. After some parleying, she went out walking with him and was foully murdered. Her remains were found in the Wabash River near Lafayette. Greene made his escape, but was finally captured in Texas and brought back for trial. The photograph you witness here was taken by a photographer for the local newspaper. For the town of Delphi, justice was received. Exactly 130 years later, 2017, evil has returned. And justice? Well, justice awaits. In Carroll County, we'll get justice.
Wow, isn't that interesting? Yeah, now that is something else. Bet you guys didn't know that was a little bit of Carroll County history. So, no, it's not related to the Delphi girls, but it's a weird coincidence because it happened not too far. And it is another big, big case in Carroll County from the 1800s. So let me go back and I'm going to pull this thing up again and I want to show you guys where this happened at. So here we are at the Monon High Bridge. Okay, and I need to go over here and find... Is it here? Where's the, where do I need to go, dude? Am I in the right area? I'm in the right area, ain't I? Wasn't it... $75 off Flora. Okay, let me back up. All right, so Flora. So we're going down this road, right? And then we turn here, and then we hit this road. Right? I'm right, right? I can't see the roads. I'm pretty sure this is the road. County Road 100 North. Okay. So it comes to here, right? And then we come down. All right, so there's the water. So aren't we... Where am I missing this at? I'm in the right area, ain't I? Isn't this it? It doesn't look like it. I don't know why I'm so turned around. This thing doesn't give me like roads on here. Maybe it does. Let me see if I can pull it over here and look and see if they give me like roads. Give me just a second. Roads. There we go. Okay. Boom. I'm on roads. Roads. There it is. Roads. Okay. Let me make that bigger for you. Okay, so let me back up just a little bit. All right, so this is 100 right here. Okay, so don't we come here? Hold on. So from Flora, I go up 75. Turn left on 100, right? So right here, do I take the V to the right? Right here, Michael? Or do I keep going straight? Okay, so take the V to the right. So we take the V to the right. And it's right here, right? Yeah. There it is. Right here. Yeah, here it is. Okay, right here. So this is where the individual was hung. Right here. So let me go ahead and mark this as Green was lynched right there. All right. Now let's go look at how far that is actually from the Monon High Bridge. So Green was lynched right there. And I need to... It's not far. All right, right there. So from there to there is not far, like 5 minutes. Yeah, it's like 5 minutes to there. Isn't that crazy? In the photo that you guys was actually looking at of the guy hanging there is a photo of him hanging. That's him for real. Like, let me make that a bigger on the bigger screen for you. So yeah, so you can get a better view of that. All right, so from right there to right there is actually, yeah, it's just a couple minutes away from there to there. Very interesting, isn't it? Show the what? Show the what? OHTO of it. I wonder if I can get on Street View. Nope, they don't allow Street View right there. Damn. Yeah. Damn. But anyway, it's right there. There's a rock that makes that area right there. Yeah. And you know what? There's a book out there that was written on this. It's called Lynched. You can find it at the Carroll County Historical Society, or you can purchase a copy of it online or whatever. But yeah, you can actually see that. But anyway, so there you go. So it's not too far from the Delphi murders. Interesting. That just goes to show you like how linked up people are here, because I'm related to the victim in that case. Isn't that interesting? So let me go ahead and close this down, and let's go over and let's talk about these persons of interest that we're going to talk about. Yeah, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. If you're hitting that thumbs up button, please hit the thumbs up button. We like the thumbs ups. We've only got 19 likes on this video right now. No, we need more than that. We need more. Yeah, we need more. Ladies and gentlemen, hit that thumbs up button. And encourage other people to come over here and view this channel. Subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. That way we can get more subscribers over here. And remember, what I said was whenever I make, my live videos, I'm going to have to do it on here. But whenever this channel reaches 1,000 subscribers, which we only need 400 or maybe less than that now, and I reach 5,000, I'll give away this signed Jackal autographed thing. Okay? For you, ladies and gentlemen. We will pick someone and we will draw that out there, and bam! You will win. You'll win it. Just like James Heckman won the Greeno production stuff. So, alright, so here we go. We're going to recap on these persons of interest. I'm going to show you guys a few videos. It's got interviews with like the sheriff in here. We'll talk a little bit about Paul, Eder, Eldridge, and Kurtz. And then he's going to cover Thomas Bruce, Daniel Nations, Dead Issue, Old Topic. You can watch our Daniel Nations videos. You can watch us calling Daniel Nations out on here. If you guys want to watch it, go watch some of the videos that we have here. Okay? Yeah. He'll give his kafaya away. Alright? And if you don't know what that is, go watch some of his older videos, and he will show a BMW. Yeah, a new car. You may win a new car, but it may be from the scrapyard, ladies and gentlemen. So, oh yeah, they can't. Oh, you know what, dude? The Coleman Mustards one. Yeah, it's on there. I seen it. I even got a copy of that on my computer. The Coleman's mustard thing. Okay, so if anybody doesn't know, he holds the world record, Cat does, for Coleman's mustard eating champion. Okay, like he scarfed it down real fast, okay? I don't know how many it was, 6? 5 or 6? Like fast. Faster than anybody in the world. Okay? And if you don't know what Coleman's mustard is, try a bite. Like, yeah, see if you can do that. So he's got this trophy, and he'll show it to you in one of these podcasts or whatever. He's got this little trophy, 6 in under 4 minutes. So you guys need to check that out. I'm sure he's going to go over it. Uh-oh, Greeno Cougar. Yep, there's Mike Cunningham. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Greeno Cougar. Dude, that just shows how much of a troll that guy is. He's a Greeno Cougar. Crazy freaking idiot. I've been reported. Oh, bring it on, dude. You know what? You're a person of interest in the Delphi case. Psst, eat a dick. There you go. Have at it, dude. Alright, so let's get into these persons of interest, guys. First thing we're going to go cover is Garrett Kurtz. These are all questions that keep getting asked and asked and asked to me, but we're on a different channel, but here we go. This is the video that I did on Garrett Kurtz. Alright, so sit back, relax, check it out. I'll be right back.
What's going on, YouTube, Facebook, or wherever the heck you're watching from? I'm Anthony Greeno, and today I wanted to go over Gray Hugh's live podcast about whether or not Garrett Kurtz could be tied to the Ron Logan property through the horses. Are Facebook pictures of Garrett Kurtz proving to be the horses of Ron Logan's? We're going to find out right now. Check this out. This is what I've got for y'all. So, this is some footage that I shot of Ron Logan's horses. Now, notice that horse right there in the background. That horse that I'm highlighting right now. That horse has white markings right down its back. Now, check this out. This is a picture from Garrett Kurtz's Facebook page. Notice the same horse. See the white markings down the back? I know you can't see the very back end of the horse, but the white markings are the same. Also, on both horses, you'll notice right there on the forehead, see that? That white mark? That's the exact same horse. Now, we're going to go highlight this white and brown horse here that Ron Logan is petting. Obviously, that's Ron Logan's horse. Now, this horse right here, check this out. Here's another picture from Garrett Kurtz's Facebook page. This is the exact same horse, because notice the markings right there on the chest, those 2 brown dots.
The nose pattern is exactly the same, and also the 3 dots on the back of the horse indicate that this is the same horse. Now the horses are even standing in the same position, which makes it easier to identify. This, ladies and gentlemen, is definitely a match. Garrett Kurtz was at Ron Logan's property at least one time in his life. How well do they know each other? We're not really sure, but the bottom line is Garrett Kurtz has been to the Ron Logan property and taken pictures of those horses. Therefore, he would know that area, and the horses do have access all the way down to the creek. So, is Garrett Kurtz the bridge guy? That's the big question everybody wants to know. Well, let's take a look at both sketches. I know that Indiana State Police Superintendent Doug Carter said that the previous sketch that was released in July 2017 was secondary, but let's take a look at that sketch anyway compared to Garrett Kurtz. Okay, so here's an image of Garrett Kurtz. All right, and this is the sketch overlay on top of that. Wow, okay, yeah, that does look pretty close, doesn't it? Now that's the old sketch, remember that. Yeah, notice how everything kind of lines up. Now that older sketch does look like an older person to me. Garrett Kurtz is not that old, but I mean, looks can be deceiving. Let's take a look at the new sketch. Here we go. Yeah, I'm not thinking that at all as far as the new sketch. But look at this photo that I found of Kurtz with a friend of his on Facebook. Now look at this guy. Now look at this guy with this new sketch. Now that looks pretty darn close. So I guess you could say that, and this is suggestive, that his friend looks like the new sketch. He kind of resembles the old sketch when you lay it on top of him and do an overlay and change the opacity and narrow it down. Let's take a look at his body type. Okay, there's him. Now here's the man walking on the bridge. All right, so I guess all in all, it's up to you to decide. We don't have the tools or the ability to check DNA, to check things and say that this person is cleared, this person is not cleared. All we can go by is really speculation and our own thoughts. So I'm not going to make suggestion that Garrett Kurtz is the bridge guy. I'm going to say, in my opinion, I do not believe he is at this time unless further evidence from law enforcement would prove that he is that person. As I stand right now, I do not believe that Garrett Kurtz is the bridge guy. I believe we are looking for someone much older and someone who had never committed a crime before in the past, due to Kim Riley's statement at the press conference and the fact that they're having a very hard time finding this person. So, but it does prove that Garrett Kurtz does have ties to the Ron Logan property. That's proof in the pudding right there. It's guaranteed 100% that September 23rd, 2016, Garrett Kurtz was at Ron Logan's property taking pictures of horses. And that was before the murders, so we know he's been there before the murders, and he's someone who would know the property because the horses have access all the way down to the creek. On that note, everybody, I'm Anthony Greeno. Keep it Southern style, y'all. Okay, so we're back. Yeah, and I'm just going to put it straight up how it is. Yeah, Rundell, Cunningham, which is Cunningham and all his 25 million accounts. Dude, if you don't like the freaking channel, get the fuck off. You know? Banned. Gone. Rundell, yeah, he's gone. So as soon as I can, you know what? Yeah, see, and he posts the same thing. Hide user on this channel. Goodbye, Rundell. You're gone. Yep. He's gone. All right, ladies and gentlemen. He's gone. These people are idiots. All right, good catch, mods. It's not Garrett Kurtz. It's not Garrett Kurtz. He's not the dude, okay? So, I mean, if you're trying to look at people and try to say these people are eliminated, it's not Garrett Kurtz, okay? People are saying, well, he lived right there next to the bridge. And Kat, ironically, this is a weird one. This is a real weird one. So, you guys remember the video that we made on the Delphi man admitting to murder, which was Pearson. Okay, he was listed as crazy. He went to the mental hospital for all that and stuff, saying he killed a girl and stuff like that. Well, anyway, so if you go down here, so here's the Monon High Bridge Trail. You cross the Freedom Bridge, and you go down here. Here's Arnold Street. He lived right here. Daniel Pearson did. Okay, Garrett Kurtz lived here. Wow, isn't that interesting? So yeah, it's not a long. I mean, you're on the trail, right here. This is the road to the trail. This leads right to it. So you're on it, okay? But the suspect parked here. It's not Garrett Kurtz. He could have just walked. Why would he go and drive all the way up here and then park there, and then go commit a crime and then drive all the way back home? That don't make any sense at all. Because he would have had to come all the way down here, go all the way back up here, all the way back into there. That doesn't make any kind of sense whatsoever. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense that he would have done that. The dude's too young. He would. Yeah, he killed that one girl, but you know what? That's a whole different situation. He killed that girl out of a love triangle, and that's just that. Garrett Kurtz, not the dude. Okay? Yeah, and plus, he had people help him. What Philip was just saying, he had people help him. Why'd Kat get timed out? Did you time him out on accident? I see his periods. Hold on, let me go see. I'm seeing your it's not saying that you're timed out, dude. I'm seeing you. I'm seeing like when you hit a period, I'm seeing it. Yeah, we wanted Rundell gone. But yeah, I'm seeing you there. But anyway, it's not him. So let's go ahead and move on to the next person. Let's talk about. Let's just do the Eder video and talk about the Eder video. Okay? So I'll be right back. Eder video coming up right now.
Coming up right now. Coming up right now. Paul Eder. Is this the man we've all been looking for? Is the phrase, "Today is the day," finally becoming a reality? The GP Film Crew breaks it down.
What's going on, YouTube, Facebook, or wherever the heck you're watching from? Like, share, and subscribe to North Central Indiana's best YouTube channel around. This is Southern Bounty TV. With host Anthony Greeno.
Teenagers Libby German and Abby Williams were abducted on February 13th, 2017. Their bodies were discovered the next day on private property, just upstream from the Monon High Bridge. Their killer has not yet been caught or identified. Could Paul Eder be the Delphi murder suspect? Eder killed himself on June 27th during a standoff and while surrounded by police officers on a county road north of Lebanon, Indiana. Now his life is under a law enforcement microscope. His name has come up through the process, Carroll County Sheriff Tobe Lesenby said. Lesenby qualified his comment by noting that detectives have investigated every possible suspect, which is no different than their probe into Eder. Police suspect Eder abducted a 26-year-old woman early June 22nd in eastern Tippecanoe County and sexually assaulted her on his family's farm just before releasing her. He evaded police and a massive search between Tippecanoe County Road 750 East and 900 East. The woman's car got a flat tire on Tippecanoe County roads, and she pulled into Edder's driveway about 4:30 a.m. Edder asked if she needed help, but she didn't feel safe and declined his offer and continued driving on the county road. Edder followed her, and when she pulled into a friend's driveway, he pulled in too. He then handcuffed her and put her in his car, driving her to his family's farmstead on County Road 750 East, where he held her for about 5 hours before driving her back to her car. During her confinement, Edder sexually assaulted the woman. On June 27th, a Lebanon police officer noticed a truck that had been reported stolen that morning from Tippecanoe County. Edder was the man driving it. Police stopped the truck, beginning a 5-hour standoff that ended with Edder committing suicide.
We've used a lot of restraint today to end the situation. Unfortunately, it didn't end as we wanted it to end. Mr. Edder did commit suicide as we repoached his vehicle.
After Libby and Abby's bodies were found on February 14, 2017, law enforcement from across the state, as well as several federal agencies, helped Delphi and Carroll County investigators search for the killer. Police released a composite drawing of the suspect, but in April 2019, police released a completely different sketch, saying this sketch is more likely to resemble Libby and Abby's killer. Early in the investigation, police released an audio recording Libby made on her phone of the girl's killer ordering them. Police also released a grainy photo of the killer taken from a video on Liberty's cell phone. In April, police released the actual video of the killer walking, asking people to watch the killer's gait and listen to his voice. If it looked or sounded familiar, police asked him to report it. After Edder killed himself, Tippecanoe County Sheriff Bob Goldsmith said the case would remain open in order to complete the investigation and resolve unanswered questions.
We would like to learn where Mr. Edder was, where he was hanging out, where he was sleeping, just places he was visiting. We'd like to see who he talked to.
Edder's case has not yet been closed, Tippecanoe County Sheriff Sergeant Thad Miller said, adding that they passed on information about Edder to Carroll County investigators as part of the routine police work, but he doubted that Edder is at the top of the list of possible suspects. We have shared information about Edder with them, but we've done that with other suspects too, Miller said. Anyone with information about the killings of Libby German and Abby Williams should call the Delphi Homicide Investigation Tip Line at 844-459-5786 or email the tip line, Abby and Libby Tip at cacoshrf.com.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so here's the deal. Law enforcement has never said anything about the car being seen on camera. I would think that it's probably on camera somewhere. Who? The sheriff resembles BG. Good comment. I see your comment too, dude. All right, so check this out. So you want to know about the camera thing, if he was seen on camera. Well, they haven't really told us dick about this case. So let's take a look at the area again. All right. So the car of interest parks here. Okay. Where could he be seen on camera here? Could be caught on someone's surveillance camera, maybe. Maybe. Driving through here. All right. Maybe Anderson's. Maybe he could have been seen on camera over here. Maybe. In the distance. Okay. So, yeah. And you know what? Yes, I did turn him in, and I'm going to go over that in just a minute. And he said it on a news article. He was listed as a suspect in the case. Seen it. It's on YouTube somewhere. Digging through the archives last night, couldn't find it, but it's in one of the millions of videos. But anyway, check this out. So this is where he parked. Now, upon leaving here, there's only a couple directions that he could have went. All right? This way, out to the country. I'm sure someone has surveillance cameras somewhere. He would have left this way and either went up this road or down this road. Okay? Least likely chance of being seen on a camera right there. Yeah, people turned me and him in. Me and Michael. Help Cunningham turns me in every day. Idiot. So anyway, so check this out. So he could have left this direction as well. Could have came up here. He would have had to come down. And he would have had to go back up here. Now he could either went this way and went straight into Delphi. Alright, so if he went this way and went straight into Delphi, he would have passed like the courthouse area, the jail, downtown. This is the downtown area. He would have been seen on a camera here. Okay? If he came into Delphi, he would have been seen on a camera somewhere. Alright? Now, if he came back out here and went over here to the highway, he could have went north to Logansport, would have been seen on a camera there, somewhere. If he went south and went to Lafayette, he would have been seen on the camera there, somewhere. Somewhere, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the suspect is captured on a camera if he's in his vehicle driving around. Have they said that? No. But he is. He is. He is caught on a camera. No matter which way you go, one of these towns, you go into any town, you're on a camera. You walk outside your house right now and you live in a town, you're probably on a camera. Yeah. Exactly, and they would have had to know what vehicle he was driving in order to know that. But I will tell you, he is in one of those vehicles. Now, you'd think that the FBI would be able to narrow that down and say, let's look at every vehicle that came and gone through this general area, arrived in Lafayette, Delphi, and Logansport from this time to this time. And they'd be able to narrow it down because the dude had to stop somewhere. Gas, drink, something, you know. Something. Yeah, and it is to confuse you. They do confuse you with this crap. Oh, check out this sketch. It's a clear image of his face. And then they come out 2 years later and say, oh, here's the sketch. Forget the other one. This one's a clearer image of the bridge guy's face. They said the same damn thing about both of those. Both. So what are we supposed to believe? Is it this one or is it this one? You're saying the same thing. This is a clearer image of his face. This more accurately depicts the man that you see walking on the high bridge that was captured on her phone. Give me a break. You're just confusing people with all this crap. You know? They're confusing people. Alright, last person we're going to go over real quick. Eldridge. Watch it. Is this the face of a killer? Police in Delphi, Indiana have received a lot of tips regarding Charles Eldridge, a 46-year-old former security guard who was arrested in Randolph County after a police sting operation uncovered that he was trying to hook up with a 13-year-old girl. The Randolph County Sheriff's Department says an undercover detective posing as a 13-year-old began talking to Eldridge on social media. They eventually agreed to meet up to have sex at a location in Union City, but instead, several officers met and arrested him. Police say they took him to the Randolph County Jail to question him, and he told them that he had done sexual acts with another minor younger than 13 on multiple occasions. Eldridge has been charged with 2 counts of child molestation, 1 count of attempted child molestation, and 1 count of child solicitation. This is a question many people are asking. Could Charles Eldridge be connected to the Delphi murders? Now, people are drawing comparisons between his mugshot and the FBI composite sketch of the Delphi suspect that was released in July 2017. Look at the striking resemblance between the two. Compare this image of the Delphi suspect that was captured on Liberty German's cell phone moments before she was murdered with this photo of Eldridge. They have similar builds. Libby also recorded the killer's voice. And this is believed to be Eldridge's voice from a video that he posted on Facebook.
Go get it! Go get it! It's over there! Go get it!
Other media sources report Eldridge's case has been forwarded to the FBI, but investigators say it's too early to make a connection and are not calling Eldridge a person of interest. They only say they investigate all leads that come to them, reminding people they've had nearly half a dozen individuals reported to them based on resemblance. One of the most notable reports was Daniel Nations, a registered sex offender in Indiana, arrested in Colorado after threatening people with a hatchet, a charge which he later pled guilty to. I interviewed Captain Dave Burston of the Indiana State Police, and this is what he had to say about Daniel Nations at the time he was listed as a person of interest.
We have developed no information that includes or excludes Mr. Nation from being a suspect.
Then, in February of 2018, I interviewed Daniel Nations on the phone.
Daniel Nations. Is he cleared of any involvement, or does he remain a person of interest in the Delphi murder?
We want to know.
You want to know.
And now, here Daniel Nations make his first.
Never before heard.
Public announcement.
So, this is Daniel Nations. And I want to know why I have not been cleared of the Delphi stuff, especially considering I've never been to Delphi, nor do I know where the town of Delphi, Indiana is. I want to know why I'm not being cleared yet.
After several phone conversations with Nations, he requested that I contact Carroll County Sheriff Tobe Lesenby and find out whether he had been cleared or not of the Delphi murders.
Today, I met with Carroll County Sheriff Tobe Lesenby, and he's going to break it down for you right now.
Daniel Nations, he's made public statements on the news, whether or not he's cleared. Is that something that you guys can tell anybody? Would he have to call specifically, or can you guys say that he is cleared?
I will say he's been covered, but to say he is specifically cleared, I can't comment on. I can't say that.
Captain Dave Burston with the Indiana State Police also said that there was no evidence suggesting or disproving if Eldridge was connected to the Delphi case. And look, this is what people are saying on Reddit. He doesn't seem to clear him outright. Notice that the statements made by Captain Dave Burston about Daniel Nations and Charles Eldridge are very similar. Now let's go back to the statements made by Sheriff Tobe Lesenby.
Again, he's part of the investigation. That it's just part of the investigation that's been involved.
Okay.
And he's been covered.
But what exactly does that mean? Covered versus cleared? Take a look at this video that was filmed by a woman named Angela, who is also a resident of the Carroll County community.
When Anthony Greeno interviewed you, he asked you if Ron Logan was cleared, and you said he is not cleared but covered. Can you explain what covered means?
Sure. Covered means that at some point an investigator has met with that individual or individuals, as the case may be, and in essence gained alibi information as to their whereabouts and their dealings during this particular time frame, particularly those 2 days involved of February 13th and 14th, 2017. And so we cover that information in determining what was actually happening in that individual's life. Where were they? Were they at work? Were they at church? Were they at school? Were they shopping? Where was that individual? So that's covered. The concern is, we've discussed before amongst ourselves as investigators, if we come out and say we've cleared someone, the concern is that when we go into the courtroom, a very good attorney representing that individual could easily say, so-and-so was cleared by the police, if in fact we ever said that, so-and-so was cleared on such and such date. And if we come out and say somebody is cleared, there's an opportunity there that individual, that seed of doubt will be planted with the jury. And so there's also the opportunity that we may have to circle back around on someone and come back around and whether it be re-interview or look at them again, we want to leave that door open so that if we have to do that, we can. Of course, it's up to each individual and whether or not they want to talk to us again. But the main concern in cover versus clear is We don't want to enter into the courtroom where this will ultimately take place and for any seed of doubt to be planted by a attorney representing that defendant.
Please note that just because a person is tipped in does not mean they become a person of interest or a suspect. Indiana State Police Superintendent Doug Carter.
What does that mean from Indiana State Police when you say someone's a person of interest?
Well, I think the inverse to that statement is until there's somebody arrested, we're interested in almost everybody.
In April of 2019, police released a second sketch and said that the former FBI composite sketch is now considered secondary, that it is not the same person, and the person depicted in the first sketch is no longer a person of interest in the case. They say the man in this sketch more accurately depicts the face of the man we see walking on the high bridge that was captured on video on Liberty German's cell phone the day of the murders. Now, compare it to the face of Charles Eldridge. According to recent statements by police, there is zero evidence to connect him to the case, and he is not considered a suspect at this time. And what a striking coincidence that Charles Eldridge has a morbid fascination with missing children. He posted this picture on Facebook. Forensic psychiatrist Dr. Keith Abloh.
People who have a perverse interest in young girls may find it titillating for whatever reason to comment on missing children. But the fact that he did also makes it very important for police to take this tremendously seriously.
Libby's grandparents are approaching the new information with caution.
We don't allow ourselves to put too much hope in anything until we hear from law enforcement because emotionally, we just can't continue doing that.
It is my opinion that Charles Eldridge is not responsible for the murders of Abigail Williams and Liberty German. As a final thought, I think we all need to revert back to the statement made by Superintendent Doug Carter.
Is until there's somebody arrested, we're interested in almost everybody.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am back, and that's Charles Eldridge. Once again, not the dude. Not the dude. He's not the guy. So, all right. That was Charles Eldridge. He's not the guy. Don't worry about Charles Eldridge. He's got his situation going on wherever the hell he's going. Randolph County. He's not the guy. So, you guys wanted to talk a little bit about why I tipped in the sheriff? You know, why would I tip in the sheriff? It's because originally I thought it looked like him. You know, and then after it comes out, you know, this is why I tipped in the sheriff. Well, for one, I thought he looked like the bridge guy, sounded like the bridge guy, knows the area. And let me give you some back history on the sheriff. Back in 1993, there was a case. Hold on. Oh, sorry. All right, here it is. Let me pull this up. Let me pull this up and move it over to the TV screen for you. Back in 1993, there was a double homicide in Carroll County. Okay? Back in 1993, there was a double homicide in Carroll County in which Pittsburgh couple murdered. The step-grandson is charged. Keith Buchanan, who was 26 at the time, was charged with 2 counts of murder in the shooting death of his step grandparents, Fred and Audrey Marchand. Now, if you guys don't know the last name Marchand, that's going to be Becky's maiden name. Okay? He killed them. All right? Now, he was in the jail, and this is him right here. He was in the jail, and I know his family quite well. Grew up with his kids. Grew up with his, like, I guess his nieces, nephews. Know him well. Well, don't know him well. Know the situation well. Anyway, so he was in the jail in Delphi, and he allegedly hung himself. Okay? And he hung himself. Let me zoom in so you guys can read it. Back up a little bit. All right. So he hung himself allegedly in the jail. And the coroner's report ruled it strangulation. That he had something tied around his neck, ligature, and was strangled. Okay? But Carroll County's politics swept that under the rug and said that it was basically a suicide. Okay? Now there was one sheriff's... Now Delphi's jail is small, holds 35 people. Okay? And lots of those cells are two-man people, and they usually keep one person in them sometimes. So what happened was the jailer that was on that night is the only person that had access to the cell. Okay? So the jailer had access to the cell. This person is supposedly kills himself while in the jail, but the coroner says it was a homicide. All right? That he was strangled. Strangulation by ligature. He had something tied around his neck. That he didn't hang himself. Well, if the jailer was the only person that had access to that case or that room, and he was, then how the hell did the guy get strangled to death? How did the guy get strangled to death if he was the only person if the jailer was the only person allowed in that room? Does that make any sense to you? He didn't have a cellmate. He was the only person in the room. He's the only person in the room. Okay? So, this is what I want to show you. Let me see if I can pull this up here. Who was the person that was in the room? Or it was him only. Okay. He was the only person that was in the room. So who was the jailer that had access to the room? Anybody want to guess? Who was the jailer? I'll show you. Or the jailer let someone in. Okay. This is the person that was the jailer. Tobe Lesenby was the jailer. And there was some bad beef between him and Keith over a love triangle. And mysteriously, Keith ends up dead. And there's only one person. So, that's the person that was the jailer that night. Now he's the sheriff. Okay? And why else did I tip him in is probably because he doesn't live too far from the Monon High Bridge. So, and isn't it weird that it's the same family that kind of had that there? So I tipped him in, this was 2 years ago, and it's because I know these people. Okay? So I know all these people, and let me go right back in and show you where he's at. Alright, so Monon High Bridge is here. Indiana Packers is here. And he lives here. And then this right here is Bridge Creek. Bridge Creek right here. Okay, so he lives here. Bridge Creek goes right through his property. Monon High Bridge is here. There you go. It's the fact that he has beef with that family. That's why. He has beef with that family. Whether he'll say that publicly or not, I know because I know. Okay? Like, I know because I know the dude's kids who died. And I know that there was an ongoing investigation into that and it just kind of got swept under the rug. So that's kind of what points there. And then if you go down and you say that, okay, hold on, let me grab something. So this is something that I was doing, was I was also saying this, that the sketch, the first sketch released, does it look like him? Because of publicity. That's why. I'm gonna say this. Yeah, I'm gonna say this, that if he was to have done it, it would have been publicity. Because when I was filming the Southern Bounty Show, guess who wanted to be a big part of it? Him. He closed down the streets so we could film it. And just take a look at this. Does that first sketch look anything like him? Well, what if you deleted erased the beard, put glasses on him, and made the mustache the same? Does that look anything like him? See if I can make that picture bigger. In just a second. Give me just a second. More on that story. Looks like the old sketch right there, doesn't he? Okay. So let's go ahead and go down to, let's take a look at, where's that one picture of him at? Someone who's drastically changed their appearance. Okay. Right after the crime, he shaved his head, cut his mustache down. The way that Carter acts at the press conference, the most recent one, he acts very strange. Very strange. As if they kind of know maybe who did that. Alright? As if he feels uncomfortable. Did you notice that? Where's that picture of the sheriff? This picture right here. Let me see if I can. Save the image as All right, now let me pull this one up. Okay. Take a look at his eyes, his nose, his eyebrows. Now put that up next to the new sketch. What's that new sketch look like? Where is that new sketch of mine? And you want me to tell you something? He admits to being a suspect in this case. And you want me to tell you something else? When I was in jail, the FBI came to talk to me. And they came to talk to me about him and the information that I had regarding those old cases. And you know what they said? You're not the only person that thinks this. He has been listed as a person of interest since the onset of the investigation. So, with that being said, I'm going to say that if he did it, it would have been publicity. Why would anybody have done it? That's the question. Why would anybody have committed the crime? What's the motive? What would the motive be? His brother's a sex offender. I'm not saying it's him. I'm not saying he's the dude at all. But what I'm saying is he is someone who lives in Delphi, works in Delphi, hiding in plain sight, would have been at the press conference, has access to cover it up, hiding in plain sight, looks like the suspect, sounds like the suspect. I mean, I'm not saying that he is the guy. I'm just saying that's why I tipped the dude in. Yeah. And you got witnesses who would have said, this is the dude right there, man! Him! Why would anybody commit the crime? What? What? Okay. Yeah, you know what? Let her say something that she knows about. Go ahead. Talk.
I'm not going to be on film, but this is Jess, and I can back up what Anthony is saying because when Anthony and I had our dispute, when we went through the court proceedings, I spoke a lot with the prosecutor. And when was it, May? Was it May when you were questioned?
Yes.
So it was May when I had a meeting with the prosecutor in Morgan County, and she actually asked me a few questions, and she told me that Anthony was being questioned about his knowledge on the Delphi case. So when you have the prosecutor, telling you this and asking you questions, there's some, I don't know what to say, but it just proves that you've got some validity.
Some knowledge about it.
Right.
When the FBI comes and asks you questions, they apparently want to know what you know or talk to you. So, I mean, there's that. But, yeah, the people would be able to recognize who the person is, for sure. I think that whoever did this absolutely did it alone, for sure, 100%. They didn't, this wasn't a quick, like a team of people because someone would crack on somebody. You know what I mean? Somebody would definitely crack on somebody and say that, Looks like I'm getting, what am I getting? tagged? Hold on. So yeah, I don't know what that is. Michael tagged me in something. But anyway, so there's that. Okay, now I'm not going to stay on here all day. I've got other things I got to do. A lot of people like the live things, but I just wanted to go in here and talk about it. But that's just some stuff, the persons of interest and everything that I wanted to talk about. Handgun. The person did it with a handgun, most likely. Or had a handgun put people under duress. You know? Like, he definitely used a handgun to get some people under control. It would have been very easily. So, you know, it would have been very easy for someone to use a handgun in this type of situation and say, hey, you know, go down the hill, do this, do that, or I'll shoot you. And what are you going to do about it? You know? Just, what are you going to do? Nothing. You know? So, we're going to be making videos. He's going to see you in his next video, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to make a video and talk about Bruce and stuff like that. He'll be on tomorrow, so expect his video up on Michael Wkat's channel tomorrow. I'm going to get out of here, but I'll make a video on my channel, so make sure you get people to come over here and subscribe. We need 1,000 subscribers on this channel, ladies and gentlemen. And you guys know what time it is. On that note, everybody, I'm Anthony Greeno, live here on Wkat, and also saying peace out for Michael Stroop, and he'll see you in his next Outlaw Media video. Keep it Southern style, y'all.